And majority of the time, we don't really get everything that we want on these lists. I myself, I think that I wrote a list before in my life, but I don't think that the list was pertaining to what I wanted. It was more of the things that I did not want, like such as like, you know, just boundaries and things that I would not accept in a relationship. And yeah, that list was kind of long. So of course, you know, I had to take a look at myself, and I also realized that, you know, you may want certain things, but you also have to be the kind of person to be willing to tweak some things about yourself as well. So that is what ultimately my journey has been about, not when it's pertaining to marriage per se, but just self-embetterment, self-empowerment in particular, because it's important for me. Okay, it is very important for me that I am being my best self, because when I'm my best self, I feel better about myself. When I'm my best self, I feel better about my decisions. I feel better about the people that I encounter. I feel better about the people that I invite into my life. I feel better about, you know, just my ideas, my creativity. There are a lot of things that I feel so much better about when I am taking care of myself. And that's the most important thing for me to do, because I cannot love anybody else or be an asset to anybody if I am not taking care of myself. Self is definitely going to be something that is highly important. Knowing what it is that you want in a relationship, your expectations and different things like that. Now, when it comes to the living aspect, you got to think about those things too. Do you want to be a housewife? What does that consist of? Are you going to be tired sometimes? You know, can you speak to this person and have a conversation with this person? Or are they the kind of person that kind of like shuts down with certain things? Because we are so quick as women, okay, to get into a relationship, and we find ourselves getting physical before we actually get to know things about this person. And we often find out, you know, maybe we should have asked a few questions. Maybe we should have actually gotten to know this person, like really gotten to know this person before we decided to move in, before we actually decided to get into this serious committed relationship, you know. Or did you really even want to be in a committed relationship? You know, because there are women too, a lot of you women that do not want to be in committed relationships. There are a lot of women, you know, and when I say not committed relationships, we're not talking from a biblical aspect. I'm talking in all ranges of women, because the reality is reality. Not just only Christian women watch these videos, okay? So with that being said, you know, you may be somebody who doesn't want anything serious. You may be someone who kind of just want to just go through life. Maybe you want to interact, you know, network and do. So commitment for you could be something that is highly out of the question, okay? You may be so busy to the point where you can't really commit to anything serious. You may not want children, you know. So those are really important things that you have to really think about, because when you are in a relationship with someone, oftentimes, you know, we think that we can change a person's mind, especially when they say certain things. And oftentimes when it comes to women, you know, men, they kind of lay things out for us to let us know what it is that they really want. But oftentimes we have this thing where we feel like, oh, I can get him to change his mind. Oh, well, he may be saying this right now, but you know, I can get him to change his mind. I can persuade him. And you know, it's so funny, because when women think that they have this power to persuade a man to change his mind, is it's just crazy. It's like, and then we sit and we wonder, like, you know, this person didn't show up on time for a date. What make you think that he's going to show up on time for your kids' play? You know what I mean? So those are things that we have to really think about. Like, they're not even showing up and taking care of their mental health. They're not taking care of their body. Like, who's going to be the one doing that? And then you have to also think about, how are they going to take care of their parents? Okay? That's another issue within itself. People don't discuss these things, and oftentimes there are major issues that come along with this thing. What are we going to do with your parents? What are we going to do with mine?